Willie D. Live.
Your Second Amendment rights are still under assault. The Republicans that are supposed to be limited government, constitutional folks, have the House, have the Senate, and they have the executive branch. And they could not get suppressors off the NFA list. We aren't putting our resources as it relates to the Second Amendment and the Constitution and defending it. We aren't putting those resources in the right space.
What's your thoughts on the big guns? You know, a lot of these youngsters out here, they got guns, man, but they ain't got no regular guns like I had when I was a youngster. They got the big stuff, man. They got type of stuff that'll wipe a block clean.
Good.
That's a good thing. I'm talking about the youngsters who have no, I guess, no cause. It doesn't matter if you got a cause or not.
It always matters if you have a cause, but ask this question. I'll add the caveat to me saying good, right? If I said, yo, there's all of these youngsters that got these big chainsaws, not the chainsaws I had when I was coming up, you would be like, all right, maybe they're going to chop some trees down. What are they doing with the chainsaw? Those would be the follow-up questions, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with firearms. I don't want none of these youngins to be nervous about firearms, to not have firearms. I want them to exercise their human right as codified in the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment, to defend their life. That's what the tool is for. If I got a chainsaw, it's for me to chop something down. If the tree need to get chopped, the tree need to get chopped. If someone is trying to take your life, take your mother's life, your father's life, your family members, your loved ones, absolute strangers, I want a young person to have the means, the tools, the soft and hard skills to defend life. Because that's really what guns are for.
Yeah.
Now, the bigger question could be, are we doing enough to train young people in the mindset that when they do have access to that chainsaw, they chopping down trees and not down humans? That's the part that our work at Black Guns Matter has done for the last 7 years. We go to every violent city. Every year, at the end of the year, when we see which cities have the most homicides, that's the cities that we go to and we give free trainings first, those first 4 cities. Unfortunately, it's usually the same 4 cities. Or top 5 is the same 5 cities, and it rotates here and there.
What are those top 5 cities?
New Orleans. I'm going to go based on death, not per capita based on, size of population. Yeah. New Orleans, St. Louis, Chicago, Philadelphia. Maybe go Akron. Maybe go, if you get into the smaller cities, go Chester, PA. Maybe go Detroit. When you want talking about, man, Little Rock, the places that do not have, this is the irony of it, the places that don't have respect for the Second Amendment and training, those are the places that have the most violent homicides, which is ironic. You would think the places that have the most lawful firearms, and because you know how they say guns is the problem. Cool. If guns is the problem, when they say, well, they shipping the guns in from Indiana into Chicago. Well, how come it's not the same level of homicide in Indiana? Because there's a different culture around firearms ownership. And them youngins, black, white, and everything in between, their folks are telling them about the Second Amendment, about America being a nation that was born of literally fuck the police.